Hey Soul Surfers, catch the energy waves of the upcoming week for a transformative ride to your higher self. Aloha, my beautiful souls out there. I'm so excited for this week's energy reading. My name is May. If this is your first time listening in, my name is May. I'm an energy wave savant and I help empathic and highly sensitive entrepreneurs harness the wisdom of Hawaiian philosophy and shamanic energy work to not only cope with external energies, but also to discover their true selves and step into their own personal divine brilliance. I believe we all have this. And today we're doing a energy reading for the week of September 25th until October 1st. This week is going to be exciting. I mean, not only did we just pass a, equinox, and sort of like a chill wave. I'm going to call it a chill wave because last week was, I think for a lot of people, it brought in a lot of changes. And so we're using that momentum to move into this week that has one full moon and portal day at the same time on 29th of September and one portal day on October 1st. So we're starting next month with a portal day, which means we're going to have a lot of new energy coming in that will help us either transform something, if we're looking at the wind, or to help us, boost this wonderful time because we're moving into an amazing time. I feel like, the last couple of months are going to be amazing for most of us if we allow ourselves to surf with the waves. All right, again, so if this was your first time tuning in, I always have, the personal cards down here. So, we take a moment and we're going to do a small practice for you to feel into this. We have the rose quartz here on the left side, a rose in the center, and the Palo Santo at the right. Wonderful, incense that you can use. And up here we have the general card. So on the left we have the message that this full moon brings to us. So this is going to be about the energy of the next coming 2 weeks and of course of the portal days that are coming in this week as well. And then here on the right hand side we have the energies for the whole week. All right, and if you've tuned in, you know that one of the things that I like to do before we get started is to call in all our spirit energies, our guidance, our ancestors, our angels, whoever you work with. Let's call them in to help us make this reading the right one for ourselves for this week. May we have the right words. May we receive the right messages so that we have enough information for us to serve our energy wave perfectly into this week. So for you, take a moment to feel into which of these cards are going to have your personal message. It can be one, it can be two, or it can be actually all three of them. Feel into it intuitively. And in case you need more time, just pause this video or audio and take a moment to feel into it. If it's the rose quartz, the rose, or the Palo Santo at the right hand side. All right, my beautiful soul surfers, if you are ready, like I am, I'm looking forward. Let's get started with the cards of this full moon. I hope we're going to be able to do this. I have a different setup today, so I hope the light is not going to be glaring too much. All right, so we have here, we're starting with Cernunnos, the life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. All right, so this is like the energy, and this is what I meant with the energy coming in, life force. We're creating, we're in the moment of creation, which I find amazingly weird because we're actually in fall time, right? At least on the northern hemisphere. And usually that means, we're actually harvesting everything, but it is harvesting this life force that has been on a little back burner in the past couple of months, and now it's coming back. And I'm so grateful for it. So take that in, breathe that in. This is what the full moon is bringing to us. And the other message is called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. It's time to show your soul gifts. It's time to bring them in. Here we go. I just made a quick change on my lighting. So called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. It's time for you to come up there, to be present, to bring your soul gifts in. If you don't know them, I know I'm working on it, but if you don't know your own, find a guided meditation that takes you to your soul's essence. That will help you bring in more clarity for yourself, which soul gifts and soul trainings you have brought in into this life. And if you don't find any, or if you're like me, that's not my thing, the best thing that you can do to actually find your soul gifts, and this is how I did it, is follow your passion, which is the card that we had before. Follow your passion, follow what you love, follow your inner flow. So whichever, follow whatever feels right and feels good for you. That is going to make huge difference. All right. So that's the called card. All right. You're being called to bring your passions out. And another card that we have is the Divine Order. See, it's like they were reading my mind. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Do what you feel is right. Everything is in divine order. Please, ladies and gentlemen, this is the confirmation of what I just said. So don't worry about making a meditation to your soul gifts. Just follow whatever feels right for you, whatever feels that you can do passionately, right? Do it passionately. That's one of the best things that you can do for yourself and for your well-being and for everything, is follow what you love passionately. Trust me, I have been doing this for quite some time and it's amazing. And the last one that we have is stay rooted and grounded. So within all this, within this, calling in your passions, practice being grounded, practice, to stay with yourself. If you're looking for a quick little exercise, come into the Facebook group. You'll find the link below, so that you'll find in there, I have a little guidance where, about grounding in general. And I have weekly exercises that I'm offering inside of the Facebook group only. And one of them is actually grounding. So if you'd like to go and check it out in there. All right. And now we're going over to the cards for this week. So the general cards. So this is what the full moon is bringing us, right? So now we're going to end the portal days. And now we're going to go into, the general energy of this week, starting today on September 25th until 1st of October. All right. The first card that we have here is Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender to your concerns and allow miracles to happen. Surrender your concerns and allow miracles to happen. Isn't that beautiful? Archangel Michael, go back into that energy. Trust that the universe is taking care of you. Trust that they are supporting you, right? This is something that I can't repeat often enough. We are, the universe is always working for us. And the more we bring that and surrender ourselves into that energy, the more we're going to get the help. Otherwise, we're blocking it ourselves. All right, then the second card that we have is jump in, Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. So this is what's coming up. We're gonna probably receive a couple of changes. And again, what I mentioned first, the more we serve our personal waves, the more we're gonna be in the right energy. And whatever changes might come up, we're not gonna, they're not gonna hurt us too much. All right. And another one that we have here is the Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Horus, hey, here we go. Protection, loyalty, safety, trust. We're coming back to that. It's about trusting in the changes that are coming. It's about trusting that the universe is taking care of us. All right. And last but not least, our beautiful ancestral cards telling us winter, take care of your needs. Here we go again. And this is for me the confirmation of, everything that is coming up with the moon, because the moment you start taking care of your needs, the more you're looking out for your passions, and you're going to make them happen, and you're going to give them space. And with that, you're going to create even more of that, right? So take care of your needs and trust that the universe is taking care of you. I love this. All right, everybody, are you ready for the personal messages? Let's get into that. So if you resonated with the pink quartz, Andean quartz, we're going to get into your personal message here. And we have the portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards and wild card. All right. So there's like I just mentioned. So for you this week, look out for any you know, opportunities that might be coming your way. And from our ancestors, we have warrior, be fearless and stand strong. My beautiful one, there's not much more to say to that one. Be fearless, stand strong. If you feel there's fear coming up, do whatever you can to get yourself out of that fearful energy. If you've listened to me for quite some time, you know that for me, fear is the absence of love. So what can you do to bring more love into that situation to release the fear? All right. And your last card is the Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. Here we go. And this is for me, again, another confirmation of the cards that we're getting from the moon. Bring your magic out, right? Bring that passion out. We are energetic and magical beings. And in your case, this is the week where you want to bring that more into your life. The magic that you can create. All right? And if you need help with how to create that magic, come into the Facebook group. You're going to have a couple of practices in there that we do on a weekly basis and themes where I support you in doing exactly that. All right? Love this. Just in case you're wondering what kind of cards I'm using, they're all below. So just follow the links in the description and in the show notes. All right. If you resonated with this beautiful rose, then these are your cards, and we're going to get started. Wow, the Void. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. Wow. So for you, it's about allowing that, you know, yourself to go into rest. And I find it interesting because here it says embrace winter, and we just have here in the general cards, the winter card, take care of your needs. So here again, the great cosmic womb is about you taking care of yourself, going inward and looking at yourself, all right? And take that time to do it. Allow yourself to take that time, all right? And your other card is you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. You are not alone, my wonderful soul. You are not alone. You don't have to deal with everything by yourself. Go and ask. You have a community around you. And if not, and if you're still looking for other empaths and more highly sensitive people, come into my Facebook group where you can find more, you know, and connect more to more people inside of there. All right. So to help you with this coming in case you feel isolated. Sometimes we want isolation, right? So because this is coming up after the Void card, you know, with the Winter card, we sometimes want to embrace isolation. So this could also mean, you know, that it's more important for you to maybe, I don't like the word isolation because it sounds very, you know, but just trusting in yourself that to take your time for yourself if and when you need it. All right, that's very important for you. And our ancestors are telling you, take charge with authority. Oh, this is beautiful. Take charge with authority. Trust in your own authority. It's important. So if it's time for you to embrace and to take a step back, you might, and this is when authority comes in, it's maybe because it's necessary for you to really show up and say, okay, look, here's my line. This is my boundary. I need to set this boundary straight so that you leave me alone for quite some time because I need to rest. I need to, you know, embrace my own winter and take care of my own needs. All right. This is what could come up from this. Beautiful. All right, my beautiful soul. If this one, you know, the Palo Santo, I love the smell of this one. If it was the card that resonated with you, then this is for you. And here we have Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Beautiful. So this resonates again also with the cards that we have from the full moon. Bring in your gifts, bring in your grace, bring in your awesomeness. All right. Your second card is the karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. There might be, when this card shows up, it might be that there is some conflict out there, you know, simmering that wants to come out and wants to come in. It might have to do, you know, with polarity somewhere because we sometimes feel like we're not connected to certain people. So Allow yourself to see that connection, see if it is still necessary, see if you've learned enough from that relationship, or if you need to adjust, or if there's still something else that you need to learn from that relationship. And, you know, sometimes relationships, we just grow out of relationships. So this could be a sign that there are maybe 1 or 2 relationships in your life that it's time, you know, it's time for them to move on into a different phase. Not saying that everything has to do with separation, but maybe move into a next kind of phase and into a next kind of being. Because sometimes, you know, we learn something from someone, and then we move into a different kind of relationship with them. All right. And the last, an ancestral energy that you receive is a medicine mother. Honor your inner knowing. Honor your inner knowing. I really love this, because this is, again, about, here we have the inner knowing and your inner gifts. All right. So this is important for you. Honor your inner knowing. Share your gifts with grace. These are the 2 important cards for you. So it's about looking into what it is that you have to offer this world. What is your gift? What is your, you know, your passion? And here we go again with the passions that we had from the cards up here. Allow yourself to live that passion, to live your passion, to live your gifts. The more you do that, you're going to be calling in the magic. All right. Thank you for tuning in, Cosmic Friends. Drop a comment or shoot me an email to share your aha moments of how the cards spiced up your week. All right, let me know. I'd love to know. And as we've been doing this week's wonderful quote, that I think is mainly attributed to Einstein, but it's not definitely confirmed by him. And I love quoting Einstein because I think he had an amazing wisdom about energy. So what he says is, everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. Again, I'm going to say it one more time. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get exactly that reality.